Hey there, welcome to my channel. If you're into true crime, then grab a cup of coffee, relax, and please keep on watching. The case of Michael and Dalia Dippolito took place in Boynton Beach, Florida in 2009 and continued until as recent as 2017. Michael Dippolito met Dalia as an escort and the two began dating. After only a year of dating, the couple decided to get married. The couple was described as sexual, into partying and having fun together. They were both into reality TV as well, and both had a desire to be cast on a reality TV show. Michael had a bumpy past. He had a history of theft and fraud. He had been on probation for years when this case began and was clean and together. In 2009, Michael and Dalia's house was randomly searched by Michael's probation officer. The couple had been married for only a month at the time, and the search had left the officer empty-handed. A few months later, the police pulled Michael over and said they had received an anonymous tip that he was dealing drugs out of his car. The police searched his car and were left empty-handed once again. At this point, Michael began suspecting that someone was out to get him. A second tip came in a few months after that one, and they searched his car once again. They found a little bag of cocaine tucked in his spare tire, which Michael later claimed that it was planted on his truck. Michael managed to talk himself out of getting arrested at the time, and his suspicion that someone was out to get him was starting to get more real. Once again, another tip had come in and led police to do another search of their home, finding nothing. The next clip will be Michael speaking about the incident that happened.
Me and Dalia were at the Ritz-Carlton, and I come out to the truck and I see two officers there. And usually you don't see police officers on this property, so it was odd. As I'm putting my bags in my truck, I see these cops coming over. I'm thinking, what do these guys want? And they're like, hey, is this your truck? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, we got a phone call, there's some suspicious activity. And I'm like, well, that truck's been in valet for 2 days. He's like, I know, Mike, but we got the call, and is it okay if we just search? And I'm like, okay, go ahead. So he's flipping papers and looking, and he goes, I appreciate it, man. So we're driving home, and I said to Dad, I said, what the hell was that all about? Like, that's weird. The next day, I take the truck out, and I'm going to an AA meeting. I go to put gas in my truck, and I open the gas cap. There's a bunch of Xanax and cocaine in there. And I'm like, I got it in my hands, and I'm looking around, I throw it in the trash can. And I'm like, this was in the truck when the cop searched it yesterday. He just didn't find it. So somebody planted drugs on me. If I'd have been caught with those drugs, I'd have been a violation of my probation. I'd have went away.
One of the things my supervisor requested that I do was to take a recorded statement from Muhammad. And he made a serious allegation against Dalia.
She told me that she put some drugs in a gas tank, and the next day she called me saying, oh, he flipped out. I tried to do it without killing him, just to get him in trouble. She basically wants to get rid of him.
And eventually, I figured out Dalia planted the drugs on me. Yeah.
Dalia Dippolito went to a friend and ex-lover claiming that Michael was abusing her and that the relationship was moving too fast. She confided in her friend, Mohammed Shihida, that she needed a way out of the relationship because she was concerned for her own safety and that she wanted his help to do it. She asked Mohammed if he knew anyone who could kill her husband and stated, if you don't do it, I'll have to. This made Mohammed very concerned for Michael's well-being and reported Dalia's request to the police. If you haven't pieced it together by now, I'll explain. Dalia was the one leaving the anonymous tips in attempts to have Michael arrested, and Michael was unaware that his wife was planning to have a hitman sent after him. After Mohammed made his report to the police, they set up a meeting between him and Dalia with a hidden camera for proof of Mohammed's report. In the video, Dalia claimed that Michael would come after her if she filed for a divorce, and that the police would assume that someone from Michael's past would be the one who murdered him. Mohammed then claimed he had a hitman who would murder Michael for her, and Dalia gave him $1,200 and a picture of Michael to give to the hitman. After this meeting, the police had Mohammed set up a meeting with Dalia and their hitman, who was an undercover narcotics officer. During this meeting, Dalia claims she is 5,000% sure she wants to go through with this. This meeting was done to prove her intent even further and would strengthen the case against her. You guys, check out the actual video of this meeting.
So if we go ahead and we do it, like, at the house, like, how soon could you do it? And
I could do it Wednesday morning. You know, he gets 2 in the head. That's it. You know, I take a couple things with me, fix a couple windows, make it look like a robbery that went bad. It's all over. I'm gone out of there.
I'm a lot tougher than what I look. I know you see me, like, oh, what a cute little girl, whatever. You know, but I'm not.
You are. You're beautiful.
Thank you, but you know, I just need to make sure everything's gonna get taken care of.
Okay, so you just had surgery?
His back right here.
All right. Okay. So you're not gonna be able to move it.
He won't be able to, like, I mean, he walks fine and everything like that, but I mean, you know, it's gonna be like a little bit of a struggle.
Between now and when it's done, you know, you're not gonna have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, you're not talking to him.
There's no changing. No, there's no, like, I'm determined
Definitely
already.
I'm
positive, like,
okay.
5,000% sure.
By the time you get back from the gym, you're gonna find 2 things: a dead body in the house, all right, or nothing.
All right.
Like, I'll go to Boca or I'll go somewhere else.
I'd like an alibi to be somewhere.
Right,
so they
right.
can verify when it happened.
Yeah, I'll go get my hair done or something, or I'll be somewhere, but I mean, to go out of town, I never go anywhere. Right away, everyone's gonna be like, oh, what a coincidence. You never go anywhere, and the day you leave, it happens.
So, okay, after he kills him, whatever, your mom and all of them are not gonna, like, his mom is not gonna get suspicious of you or anything like
Why
that?
me? Like, do you know what
Didn't you
killing
say
somebody
that?
is? Yeah, but killing somebody, come on. I mean, that's, you know, nobody's gonna be able to point a finger at me. I'm gonna tell him, like, these guys went in, like, he's been bumping into guys. I'm gonna tell him about the guy at Target that we ran into, the weird guy that lives in our neighborhood too, that's on probation for something else. I'm gonna throw all their names in it, I don't care.
With the video proof of Dalia's intent to have her husband killed, the police decided to take things a step further. The police came to their home in the early morning while Dalia was at the gym, and told Michael that he had to come to the station with them for his own safety. At the station, they had Michael watch the clips from the setup meetings with Dalia. This was when Michael reported that he noticed that money had started going missing, and that the drugs were planted on his truck. He also mentioned that Dalia stole over $100,000 from him. While Michael was being brought back to the station, the police sergeant called Dalia while she was at the gym at 6:40 a.m. and told her that she needed to come home immediately. When she arrived home, the sergeant told her that there was a report of a disturbance and shots, and that Michael was found dead, and that witnesses saw a black male running from the scene. Dalia then brought out her poor acting skills and began to grieve over her husband. She was then brought back to the station for questioning. Check out the video of Dalia learning the news.
I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. No. He's been killed, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No, he's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down.
No.
Listen,
No.
right now we need to get you to the station.
No.
We need to get you to our police station.
I want to see him.
I can't let you see him, man. We have to do our job. If you want us to find his killer, okay, we need you to calm down. I'm going to need you to go with these detectives, okay? Does he have enemies? Is there anyone that would want to hurt him? Okay, who would want to hurt him? Witnesses said they saw a black male running from me. I can't let you see him, ma'am. Ma'am, I cannot do this right now. Ma'am, I can't do it. Detective Yopi, I need you to take her to the station. I can't. Ma'am, go with these detectives. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go to the station with these gentlemen and tell us everything you know about who he knows, who he's connected to. Don't worry, we've already taken care of your dogs with animal control for right now. Everything's under control. And we'll take care of everything else, okay? Thank you, guys.
While at the station, the police brought in the man who the witnesses saw fleeing the scene. and told her that he's the one who killed Michael. With even more fake tears, the police decided to break the news to her that she does, in fact, suck at lying. When they told her the entire thing was a setup and that she was going to jail for attempting to have her husband killed, she began to deny everything and actually asked to speak to Michael. Check out the video of Dalia finding out the truth.
Okay, the game's over with. Okay, there's no more games with you and I. Now we're going to get down to serious business. I want to know if you know this guy. Come here. Bring this guy in here. Get over here. Get over here. You know who this guy is?
No,
You've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before, ever.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at her.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
What were you doing coming out of her house? Get him out of here. You're going to jail today for solicitation of murder. You're under arrest. That's an undercover police officer. We filmed everything that you did, recorded everything that you did. You're going to jail for solicitation of first-degree murder of your husband.
I didn't do anything.
Did you hear what I just told you?
I heard what you said, but I didn't do
Everything,
anything.
listen to me. Everything has been recorded. You were photographed in the convertible when you sat in his car.
The police decided to bring Michael in to see her. When he entered the room, Dalia repeated, "Come here, please, come here," to Michael, and that she didn't do anything to him.
You can see her right there.
Oh my god!
She's alive.
Come here, please. Come here. Mike, come here. Come here, please. Come here.
Can't fix it.
Why not? I didn't do anything
I
to
heard
you.
you.
Mike, come here, please. Come here.
Okay, thank you. We'll take her back to Brooklyn, please.
When Dalia was arrested shortly after the setup, Michael received a call from Dalia of her claiming that all her videos weren't true and that she's innocent in the whole thing. Check out the recording of the phone call.
Hello?
Hey, it's me.
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing, Mike. Can you please come here?
Hey, listen, I don't want to fight with you. Honestly. I can't help you.
Mike,
Don't you understand what just happened?
what they're saying is not true.
How is that possible?
Mike, I'm sitting here. It's not true. It's not possible. You wouldn't even give me 2 minutes to talk to you, but it's not possible. What they are
Hey.
saying is not true.
How in the hell did I hear it and see it?
Mike, I heard what you heard. It's not true. I heard what you heard and I saw what you saw. Everything they showed you, they showed me.
And how is it not? How are you telling me that?
I
It's
am
not
giving you my word that it's not true.
What do you? Daddy, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
Mike, please, I need an attorney. Can you please help me? It's not true.
Your brother was here and I spoke to him and he's going to go talk to your mom. I called them for you already, right?
Mike,
So everybody knows where you're at. I took care of
I
it.
know that. I need your help, okay? This is not true.
Daddy, too. Look, how do you explain what I saw and heard?
Mike, I am limited on my phone call. You know more than anybody. It's not true. Just give me time so I can talk to you.
What did it say? I saw it. I heard it.
I saw what you saw and I heard what you heard.
Okay, what the f***? You said you wanted to have me killed. I heard that.
Dalia hired a defense attorney who came up with the argument that Michael was in on it too because they were both into reality TV and had a desire to be famous. Michael obviously denied these claims, and the defense did not hold up in court. Dalia was found guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. The lawyers later appealed this ruling because one of the jury members had been misinformed that Dalia was planning to kill Michael with antifreeze. This made the original trial irrelevant and they had to begin with the second trial. In the second trial, Dalia's defense attorney claimed that Dalia was victim of police entrapment, that the police set her up, and that she was innocent. The police were working with the show Cops during this case, and they claimed that they were framing her to get an entertaining episode and to continue working with the show. The jury was split 50-50 and it was declared a mistrial. It had been 8 years at this point since Dalia was first caught and had been on house arrest the entire time. On June 6, 2017, Dalia was finally found guilty of solicitation to commit first-degree murder. She was sentenced to 16 years of prison, but is only required to serve 8 years since she was on house arrest for 8 years already.